Well, good morning there, Toey.
Just walking to my office now for a day in the life video. I've been getting a lot of requests about this, so I'm going to be showing everyone what I do in a typical day, everything from estimating, checking on crews, and how I run 3 businesses at once that are projected to do about $4 to $5 million this year. So stay tuned, let's hop right into it. So if you're wondering if I run all 3 out of like an actual in-person office, I don't. This is actually everything that I have here, which is pretty dang basic. It's literally just a keyboard, my desk, my computer. It's a freaking mess right now, but I gotta get to work. All right, the very first thing that I do every single day is I sit down at my computer, I go through my emails of everything that I got over the night, which it doesn't look like that bad. I have 4 email accounts. I got personal, landscaping, concrete, and then concrete consulting here. So it looks like we got about 50 emails, which is pretty typical, but most of these I could just basically ignore. But I am going to go through these. Very first thing, I don't even set an alarm in the mornings. I just wake up when I can. Normally I wake up around 5-ish, but today is a little bit of a late start because yesterday I woke up at freaking like 4, I think. So today I woke up around 6, hung out with my wife and my dogs just for a little bit, had a little bit of coffee, and now we're at work already and gonna be a busy day. All right, so some of the things that I'm working on this morning is I have this bit here that is for a pool deck, and that is the price there. We priced that out last year, and the customer, the problem is they called us, they're ready to go. I guess it's not a problem, that's a great thing. Mine's not thinking right yet. But our old price prior was $78. We bumped it up to $88 to account for overhead changes and inflation of our business. So I gotta get this changed. I already got it approved via text, but what I do is I just come in here. I'm gonna change the price to 88, and then we had some concrete changes as well. Instead of 157, we're at 163. Bang, and there we go. New price calculated. I'm gonna save the changes, and I'm gonna email that off. And then here in just a second, I got a meeting coming up with my estimator. We have a big bid that we're working on for 27,000 square feet of concrete to be demoed and excavated and re-poured, and that's the rough price that we're looking at right now, $838,000. That's gonna be our biggest job to date, so I'll keep you guys posted.
Essentially, getting everything poured out, they're gonna grade it, compact it. They'll have a roll test, which according to the plan seems to be, they're pretty much the same for each option. I just changed the quantities to reference what we're doing for that specific option.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I will. I'll look through all this. I think a lot of work, man. Let's hope we get it, because like you said, this could be. I mean, do we know our actual cost on this? By the way, like, say I'm guessing that. I mean, at minimum, that's $700,000 one. Well, I guess it says cost of goods sold $500,000. So we'd make $200,000 to bottom line. Is that accurate, do you think? I guess it is, right? Yeah. Well, let's look at it this way. If we get this job, we're projecting out $1.6 million of gross profit for the year. That's what we need. And that would get us 1/8 of the way there. So this job would be 1/8 of our gross profit for the year. So that's that'd be pretty damn nice, especially considering we could do it in like 3 weeks' time.
Coleman, well, if you can get those last couple pieces, I'll finish adding these notes here and get the epoxy, and I think we'll be done, which is crazy.
Cool. Sounds good, man. Well, that's exciting. All right, just getting the heck out of my office here. I do go on walks almost every single day. The main reason is, 1, I got a lot of phone calls to make, so sometimes I make my phone calls while I'm walking. But 2, I'm a firm believer of getting outside, moving. That's like been honestly my least favorite part about since owning multiple companies and not being out in the field is sometimes I actually miss it, just being outside and working, being in the sun. It's kind of nice. So I get out every single day. I make phone calls. Yeah, I try to get my mind a break just so I could stay sharp. In my role in particular, I'm the one that solves a lot of problems. So if your mind's not sharp, then it's basically like trying to axe through a tree with a dull blade. So won't do any good. Since the last time that I updated you guys, every Wednesday, I have a weekly meeting with my chief operations officer at Caesars Concrete. His name's Forrest. He's an absolute badass. I love him.
and we go through financials, we go through certain initiatives and programs that we're working on. And my role is to be a support piece for him. He does most everything as far as like the actual company piece, but I'm still there for backup. I help him succeed at his role because his role is to make the company more profit. So I provide him as much support as I can. So that is what I've been up to. I've been on a Zoom meeting for like the past hour and a half. So I'm excited to be outside and walking and getting just a very quick break. All right, just got back from lunch and that walk, and man, I've been on nonstop calls, and one of the calls in particular was from Vince. He runs the landscape company, and we're having some issues with some of the employees. They've been feeling a little rushed and a little stressed, so I'm gonna have to make an emergency stop down there in a little bit. So sometimes this just happens. People get upset, and that's kind of the role of the CEO, is to be there for when things like this happen, make sure everything's going to be okay and we can get everything settled down. So change of plans today. That is what I'm going to be doing, and it sucks. I think I've got like 50 unread emails at this point, but sometimes that is what it is. You just fall behind and you got to catch up when you can. So off we go. All right, we pulling up here in just a sec. Man, you gotta love freaking Colorado, right? Look how nice this is here. Damn, I freaking love it here. But wish me luck. I'm gonna be talking to the employees here in a half second, so I'll update you guys once I'm done. All right, just leaving the meeting. Everything went good. It was just a misunderstanding, as it almost always is. What I found out is one of the biggest things that always causes issues is when there's miscommunication. So I do everything that I can to avoid that. Part of the problem of trying to run 3 separate companies all at once is it's like having 3 kids and being super busy and not having enough time for all your kids. And one of them is always going to feel neglected. So it's not something that I recommend. I don't think that it's very smart to have so much up on your plate, but it forces me to grow and learn a lot. So everything went good. And now I'm heading back to the office. I got to wrap up my emails today, get a bunch of stuff done. Also working on releasing my new product for contractors, which is going to include a course, a software, and a Facebook group, and weekly Zoom calls for a pretty unreal price, at least in my opinion. So I'm sure by the time that I release this, that will already be out. So make sure you check the description to learn more about that. But I will see you guys later and follow up then. All right, good morning from the worst vlogger of all time, which is me. To my 5 viewers that are still with me here, I really appreciate your patience. But obviously, if you can't tell, it's the next morning and I totally spaced. Things got kind of crazy at the end of the day, and I am not used to doing the vlogging or anything like that, so I apologize. But at the end of the day yesterday, there was a lot of ups and downs. The cool thing is we already heard back from that $900,000 bid that we sent out, and they said that's about the budget they were expecting. They said that they have to get 2 other quotes just by company policy, but they said by far we're in the front running. So unless we're way more expensive, then they want to go with us. So that's awesome. That'll actually be the biggest bid that we ever win if we win it. So I had to do that, and I had to get some stuff done urgently for one of my concrete CEO customers. I'm actually building out some automations for their business, and I had to present that to them here in just a little bit. So I got all that stuff all under control, and I'm now currently heading to an employee meeting. We're actually meeting at the yard, and I'm going to announce a profit sharing program that I think they're going to be pretty dang excited about. One of the main issues that we had last year is obviously as an hourly wage employee, you're not incentivized to work hard other than not to piss your boss off, but you don't really want to go above and beyond because, like, why would you? You don't want to show up home tired and all that. Like, the easier your job is, the better. That's how I used to feel when I was an hourly employee too, so I can't say that I really blame people. But the reason for the profit sharing program is if we all have an incentive for the company to make money, it should theoretically incentivize people to, one, work harder but not waste as much money on things like forms, cutting too much, ordering too much concrete material, all that. We're really doing it because it's hard to manage our business just because we have so many moving parts, but hopefully people will become a little bit more self-responsible from doing this. So I think the guys should be pretty damn excited. So I'm actually excited to go tell them about the new program that we have for 2023. So with all that being said, I want to do more day in the life videos, but next time I'm going to have our social media manager, Annie, just follow me around for a day, because obviously I suck at managing the vlog on top of all the other business stuff going on. So I do apologize, but leave me a comment down below if you like this or if you thought it sucked. I'm pretty sure it sucks, so don't go too hard on me. But I'm doing my best. I'm trying to provide as much value as I possibly can so you guys can see how I live my life. So that way, if you're trying to get to a stage where you own multiple businesses and doing, you know, multiple millions of dollars of revenue, then hopefully this helps. But I'll see you guys in the next one.